I gave you everything, and you stabbed me in the back. Tonight in this ring, you pay for your betrayal. I'm coming for you, and nothing will save you. This is war.
They say, in wrestling, everything is controlled. Every move, every moment, every outcome. But on November 9th, 1997, control was an illusion. Because on that night, a script was ignored, a promise was broken, and a legend was betrayed in front of the world. No rehearsal, no warning, no mercy, just one call, one decision. And one of the most controversial moments in history. This is the story of the Montreal Screwjob. Welcome to Wrestling God. Before the chaos.
Listen up, you pack of hyenas. I'm the top dog, and tonight I take what's mine.
There was loyalty, Bret Hart, a technician, a perfectionist, a man who believed wrestling wasn't just entertainment. It was art. For over a decade, he gave everything to WWE, pain, sacrifice, legacy, and standing behind it all. Vince McMahon.
Tonight, we settle this once and for all. I'm calling you out. Get in this ring now. Or are you too scared?
The mastermind, the empire builder. To Bret, Vince wasn't just a boss. He was family. A father figure in a ruthless business. Together, they built trust. But trust is fragile. Then came the storm. Shawn Michaels, charismatic, explosive, dangerous. At first, it was competition. 2 stars, 1 spotlight, but slowly, respect turned into resentment. Backstage egos clashed, words were exchanged, lines were crossed. This wasn't just rivalry anymore. This was personal. And when wrestling becomes personal, it stops being predictable. The war between WWE and WCW is escalating. Stars are leaving, money is flowing, and Vince makes a bold move. He offers Bret Hart a deal, not just for years, but for a lifetime. A 20-year promise, security, loyalty, legacy. Bret signs. He chooses WWE over millions elsewhere. He chooses loyalty, but loyalty isn't always returned. Because months later, everything changes. Brains fall, pressure rises, and Vince begins to panic. He calls Bret into his office. No cameras, no audience, just truth. I can't afford you anymore. Imagine that moment. After everything, after the loyalty, after the sacrifice, he's told to leave. Not because he failed, but because the company couldn't keep him. And just like that, the foundation cracks. But there's something else driving Vince now. Fear, because he's seen this before. Medusa, walking onto WCW television and throwing a WWE championship into the trash. A moment that embarrassed the company worldwide. Now Bret Hart is leaving as champion, and Vince sees history repeating itself, and that he cannot allow. Bret makes one request, simple, respectful. I'll drop the title, just not to Shawn Michaels, not in Canada. His home, his people, his legacy. And Vince agrees, or at least that's what Bret believes. Because behind closed doors, a different story is unfolding. A secret plan, a betrayal, waiting for the right moment. Only a few men are chosen. Earl Hebner, Triple H, Gerald Briscoe, and eventually, Shawn Michaels himself. A plan is set, no leaks, no mistakes. Because if this fails, everything collapses. Survivor Series 1997. The arena explodes with energy. Bret Hart walks out, a hero in Canada, a symbol of pride. Then Shawn Michaels enters. The villain in enemy territory. The tension is unbearable. Every move hits harder. Every strike means more. They fight through the crowd, through barricades, through emotion, until finally, back in the ring, the moment arrives. Shawn Michaels locks in the sharpshooter. Bret doesn't tack, not even close. Then suddenly, referee Earl Hebner panics. He looks at Vince and the bell rings. No submission, no signal, no agreement, just betrayal.
Bret freezes. Confusion turns into realization.
This was planned. He looks at Vince,
Standing there,
watching it unfold. Bret spits in his face.
the crowd erupts.
The ring turns into chaos.
Equipment destroyed.
Voices screaming.
And with one silent message,
Bret tells the world, this isn't over. Behind the curtain, there are no characters, only truth. Bret confronts Shawn, denials tension. Then Vince steps in. Bret kicks in one chance.
leave or I knock you out.
Vince doesn't move. And just like that, one punch, the chairman hits the floor.
No script, no acting.
Just consequences.
The next night, Vince McMahon walks to the ring. No longer hiding, no longer pretending. And he says the words that would echo through history.
Referee did not screw Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels did not screw Bret Hart. Nor did Vince McMahon screw Bret Hart. I truly believe that Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart.
Bret screwed Bret. In that moment, everything changes. Vince becomes the villain, the evil boss, the man fans would love to hate. Bret Hart leaves and enters WCW. But the magic fades, the momentum is lost. Meanwhile, WWE rises from the ashes. Stone Cold Steve Austin declares war on Vince McMahon. The Attitude Era is born, and the industry is transformed forever. Years later, the anger fades. The wounds heal. Bret and Shawn meet again. Not as enemies, but as men who survived something bigger than wrestling. A handshake, a pause, then a hug. Real, human, fun. The Montreal Screwjob wasn't just a moment. It was a line between fiction and reality. And once that line was crossed, wrestling was never the same again. If you want more stories like this, the real stories, the untold stories, subscribe to Wrestling God, because here, we don't follow the script. We expose the truth.